Hi guys, today I wanted to talk to you about grocery shopping. So to me this is a very important part of living a healthy life, being helpful to your family, and I'm really trying to stick to my list, to use things that I have, and to not buy things that are unnecessary. I'm really trying to budget my groceries, and I just wanted to share with you guys what I have been doing. Now, I shop a lot at Sam's Club. So if you have a Sam's Club or a Costco, anything like that close to you, these might be some things that you could incorporate. I also do like to shop at Ruler or Aldi, something like that. But for our family, I feel like we use this. Things don't go wasted in our house. And so if you are buying at a big box store and you're wasting food, then you need to scale back or you need to use it differently. So I want to show you the things that I usually always get at Sam's Club and how I use them. Now, I have a family of 3. It is me, my husband, and we have a 4-year-old. So my 4-year-old is not usually a big eater, but if you have more kids or older kids especially, these things may not last you as long as they last me. But for our family, this is what works. So I'm going to start over here and work my way this way, and I'm going to show you, what I get there and why and how I use it. So apples, definitely. Now this bag of apples will last us 2 or 3 weeks probably. Definitely 2 weeks. I try to only shop at Sam's twice a month. Some trips are bigger than others. Some things last longer, and there are some things that you don't have to get all the time, like toilet paper and laundry detergent and all that kind of stuff. Here I'm just talking about food staples that I always like to have in my pantry no matter what. So apples, that will definitely last me at least 2 weeks. Grapes also will last us 2 weeks. Bananas, this whole bunch of bananas, there's 8 of them. This was $1.48. So you can, get a lot of bananas out of this. But what we use our bananas for is in our shakes. I don't eat a lot of bananas fresh, but if you do, that's fine too. But what I like to do, I use a half of a banana and a handful of spinach in my Shakeology every day. Let me show you that. So what I do is I cut a banana up in half, and then I cut it into like a few more smaller pieces, and then fill the rest of the bag with spinach as full as I can get it. I put it in the same baggie and put it in the freezer. I add this every day to my Shakeology. Now, why do I do that? Shakeology is already very healthy on its own. It doesn't really need this stuff, but for me and my meal plan in my day, I usually struggle to get all my veggies in, and so I decided to start adding spinach into my shake to get that extra veggie. Now the banana, it just gives it a little bit more sweetness. I think it makes the texture a little bit different, and that's just what I like. So that is how I use my bananas. So usually we buy a bunch of bananas every other week, sometimes every week. It depends on if we eat any fresh or if we just freeze them all. But most of them we do freeze. So that is also why I have a big container of spinach. We actually don't eat a lot of salads. That may be surprising to you, I don't know. But usually if I'm going to eat a veggie, I'd rather just have a cooked vegetable with my meal, or just, some raw veggies as a snack. We just don't eat a lot of salads, and so most of the spinach also gets frozen. I want to show you what my husband does. Now when he drinks his Shakeology, he takes it with him to work. He works nights, and so he gets a first break, a lunch, and a third break. On his third break, so right at the end of the night, he will drink his Shakeology on his break. Now he just shakes it up with water and ice and drinks it. I do like it that way, but now that I'm home and I have the flexibility, I have a few more minutes to, mix up my shake and throw some extra goodies in there. That's what I started doing now, and I'm really enjoying it. It keeps me full all the way until lunch. But what he does, he drinks his Shakeology plain, but then after his workout, so in between workout time and dinner time, he usually likes to have something that will help with recovery and kind of keep him from snacking until dinner, until we have dinner. So I use a big bag for him of spinach. So this is more like 2 servings of spinach. And then he also has half a banana along with some fruit. So you can do strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, mix it all up together, whatever you have. And I freeze these as well. And so he will put a bag of spinach, a bag of fruit, some plain Greek yogurt. I also get this at Sam's Club. And he'll put some flaxseed in there. I think that's all, but that helps him with recovery. It helps him get veggies because he is not a veggie person at all. And so this really helps him with his veggies and his fruit. He really doesn't like fruit either. He's kind of a meat and potatoes kind of guy. And so this shake helps him get fruits and veggies and helps him recover from his workout. So that's pretty much it on fruit. Now, things come in that are seasonal. So when strawberries are really good, I'll get more strawberries, peaches, watermelon, all those things that are seasonal. But these are staples. I always have apples and bananas and, grapes if they look good. We all 3 like grapes, and so that's a good fruit for us. Moving on to vegetables. This bag of onions I actually bought 2 weeks ago. And so I want to show you that I still have a lot left, and I feel like onions last a long time. So for me to get a big bag at Sam's, we use it until it's gone. We don't waste it, and I feel like they last for us. This bag of red skin potatoes also was bought at Sam's 2 weeks ago. So how many pounds? This is an 8-pound bag of potatoes, okay? And we still have enough for this next week. So this bag is going to last us 3 weeks, and they're still fine. Something I will mention, I also get rice at Sam's. I didn't bring that out, I just remembered, but I do also get rice at Sam's. As far as our sides, for like a carb or a starch, usually red skin potatoes or rice is what we use. They also have sweet potatoes there, so whatever kind of potatoes you like, but that is what we usually use. These carrots, I bought this bag 2 weeks ago, and so we still have half a bag of carrots. So this is definitely going to last us through this next week. Broccoli, I will usually use half this bag for one meal because it is 2 pounds of broccoli, and so that's quite a bit. So if you have a smaller family or you don't like broccoli as much, you could even, freeze half of it. But we will eat all of this week, most likely. But I will split it up into 2 different meals. If we're not going to use it, I'll freeze it or, use it in a different way. These fresh green beans, I actually pulled these out of the freezer because they come in packages of 2. And so last week or this past week, I used a package in a veggie stir fry. The other one went in the freezer. And so whenever I want to make veggie stir fry again, I just pop this out, let it thaw out, and pick it up. Sweet bell peppers. I use these in everything. They also have green peppers or the big bell peppers that are red, yellow, and orange. But these, to me, I think are the best value, and they make good snacks. I put them in almost everything, and I almost always have these in my fridge. Asparagus. We don't get asparagus every week, but once in a while I will. But this week I got it. Moving on to bread, and I'm actually almost finished here. We get 2 different kinds of bread. This bread right here, if you've never tried it, it's amazing. Now it is a little more expensive. I think it was like, it's definitely $7. It might even be closer to $8 for 2 loaves of bread. So it's, almost $4 a loaf. But this loaf will last us a week to a week and a half. We eat 1 piece of bread each morning with our breakfast, with our eggs. And it is so, so good. It doesn't upset my husband's stomach. He doesn't do well with bread or pasta or grains, things like that. And so this is excellent. We also get tortillas. They have all different kinds. I like to keep those on hand just because my son really loves tacos. And so, if I ever need a quick, easy meal, I will whip up some tacos. We eat fajitas or tacos almost every week, one or the other. You can also make, like chicken salad or tuna salad or turkey wraps. You can do all kinds of things with tortillas that make a quick lunch or even a quick dinner, snack. And so I usually always have some kind of tortillas in my pantry. This is the bread that I get for my son, the Nature's Own whole wheat. I don't know if you can see that. This also comes in 2 loaves. And so what I do with my bread is, it comes in 2 loaves. So I'll leave 1 of each out in the pantry and put the other 2 in the freezer. And so then whenever I'm ready, I'll pull it back out. Now, as far as meat is concerned, I do also like to get my meat at Sam's. We use ground turkey a lot. And so the way they sell it there, this is 2.5 pounds of ground turkey. You actually get 2 of these. So you get 5 pounds of ground turkey. Now, depending on you and your family and what works for you, you can cut this and portion it out however you want, put it in baggies, freeze it, whatever you need to do. But I think it's a good value, and this is where we buy our ground turkey. And the 5 pounds of turkey will definitely last us 2 weeks. So I'm not going to have to buy ground turkey for another 2 weeks. This is something else I've talked about in my videos before, but I can't tell you enough how good this is. This is a rotisserie chicken, and it is $4.98, and it is so delicious. I usually always get one whenever I go to Sam's, because if you've been running errands all day and going to the grocery store and all that, you don't want to come home and cook dinner. So a lot of times I will just pull it off the bone and we'll just eat it, with a side or 2, whip something up. I'm also tomorrow gonna make homemade chicken salad with it, and so I'm really excited for that. I think that's gonna be delicious. So I'll just pull it off the bone. I have a recipe from my Fix It cookbook, and I can definitely share that with you guys after I get that made tomorrow. But I almost always get a rotisserie chicken. I do also get chicken breast there, and I just started getting a new kind. My friend told me about it, and it is a little bit more expensive than what you will find maybe in the freezer section, but I feel like it's much better quality. It doesn't have any hormones or antibiotics. It's cage-free. You can just tell that the chicken is healthier. It's really hard to explain, but I really could actually tell a difference. And so I told myself that, I'm not going to sacrifice quality for my family on my meat and produce. That's very important to me, to make sure that, I'm eating healthy foods, but they're also top quality, without going out of control. But I do the best I can to make sure it's the best quality. But you get a lot of chicken. It comes with 8 pieces of chicken, but actually 1 piece is 2 servings. So you get 16 servings of chicken. It evens out to about $1 a serving. And so to me, that's worth it, to know that I'm feeding my family very healthy, top quality chicken. I do also get seafood there. We don't eat a lot of seafood. Maybe once every 3 weeks, I may have tilapia or salmon. My husband is not big on seafood. I love it, but he will eat it every once in a while. But I do get that there. Pork chops, pork roast, steak. We rotate some of those things. We don't have them every week, the things that are a little more expensive. And, but, I do rotate those in. But definitely the chicken, rotisserie chicken, and the ground turkey. And then I'll usually have like one other kind of protein, either pork or beef or seafood. That's kind of what I do every week. And so I hope that helps. I am trying to share a lot of my recipes with you guys to help you with your food. And so if you need help or have questions, please ask me. But this is my shopping trip, and I just wanted to share that with you. So if you need anything at all, just let me know. And thank you for watching.